So it's Sunday morning. Another week of training. This is going to be kind of long, 1.75 miles, and I'm probably not going to be able to keep up with the breathing and talking, so I'm just going to let you enjoy some of the scenery. We're coming up on the first turn from the mid-station slope, which is lower infinity, which is where right about where that person's running right now. That turns in there from the far right. The trail straight ahead is the one we're going to take. That's Milky Way, and that's down where we just came from. We're in about maybe 10-15 minutes and got a pretty good slope so far. It's not going to be giving up for a while. Catch you a little bit later. That's still uphill. That's where we're heading. That was that turn to the right I told you about. This is lower infinity. I've skied that slope since I was like 15 or 16 years old. And here's where the Milky Way trail we're following and lower infinity meet up and go way down around the corner there. Looks like we're starting to get some decent sunshine now. Okay, we'll talk to you a little bit farther up. Mid-station at the back side of the hill. That lift right there that you see ending is actually the bottom side of the terrain park. You saw the top side of it last week. Give you an idea where we've been coming from. The mountains on the other side, by the way, have a hang glider jump point that actually lands over here on the property on the ski lodge right at the front entrance. But we have more to go, so talk to you a little bit later. Hey everybody, we're just past mid-station, and this is the bridge I was telling you about in the last video. It used to be this quaint little bridge in the middle of the night with little wooden railings, kind of like out of the Grandmother's Sleigh Through the Woods song. I'm not sure what they're going to do with it, but they've obviously reinforced it so that it doesn't come back down. They must have been worried about it both sides. And then deep down into here on the runoff, which is really good because in the old days, 20-30 years ago, you used to get some serious washout on the trails. Now this trail didn't even exist back then. This wasn't even thought of. But the washout was kind of tough. As you can see, all the terrain up on this side, which would be the west side, is all much higher, and they've dug some good drainage irrigation back and set up some good trails. So anyways, I'm going to take a short break here, get a little something to drink, and then I'll see you more on the way up. That's where we're coming from. This back half is a lot steeper than the front half. It's a little bit longer too. It's like 1/3, 2/3. But the trail is just so beautiful up here. And then just up there around that bend is the top. The last little bit. Oh, they say you're not supposed to breathe when you're doing videos. I'll see you at the top. Okay, so I'm halfway back down now. I've made the summit. Wasn't really that hungry, so I didn't stick around to cook a meal, but I did have a nice snack kind bar and took in a lot of hydration. The reason I decided to show this part of the trail, you can see how steep this is. You can see the angle that everything's coming down from. And everyone kind of knows that it's not the uphill that causes the physical damage, it's the downhill, not knowing how to walk it correctly. And I'll tell you, that's fact 2015, I spent 6 days getting to the summit of Kilimanjaro, 19,300 plus feet, and it took me 2 days to get down. And 2 years later, I was still going to the chiropractor for damage I suffered in my lower spine on the way down for having the wrong technique for coming down the hill. The porters on the team at Ultimate Kilimanjaro were amazing, and they kept trying to tell me the drunk man walk, and I didn't understand the drunk man walk. Mind you, I've been a skier most of my life, but I didn't understand the drunk man talk for going downhill, but yet I understood the concept of cushioning for skiing downhill. Well, I caught another website, another YouTube website, where a gentleman was trying to explain that exact point, and the way he explained it was so clear, and the demonstration that he gave was so, I mean, vividly clear, visually, that I'll include it down below. But I've been using it to come down the hill this week, and it's basically a bent knee, a little bit of a forward lean, a little bit smaller steps, and it's definitely a heel strike before a toe strike. That takes the hit out of the front half of your knee and your quad and causes it to go more along the lines of your hamstrings, and you're catching the weight rather than trying to jar it, if that makes any sense. I'm probably not that good at explaining it, but if you check that link out that I've provided down below, you'll see what I mean. I will tell you that this week compared to last week, coming down the hill is literally a coast compared to last week. My legs were so shot last week when I got down in the car. Luckily I have one pedal drive electric vehicle, and I was lucky to get the one pedal working right. So, but I'm enjoying it. I want to give him all the credit for having shown me the proper method. It's very visual on his YouTube video. It's only a couple minutes long. I think it's like something like 3 or 4 minutes long. So check it out. See you a little bit later down the hill. Well, as you can see, I'm making it down to the coast out area just before the chairlift's at the bottom. That walk was so much different than the one that I did last week. Same hill, same incline, but a new method that I learned on the link that I've included below. And no stop. My legs are still going, and I'm really, really thankful for that man's video. I recommend it to anybody that has any problems with downhill, and if you don't have a problem with downhill, then you're better than most of us. So anyways, we're just going to let you watch the scenery for a while. It's too beautiful out here to talk. Really looking forward to skiing this year. Night skiing on these slopes here at Bristol Mountain was just amazing. It's where I learned to ski. There's probably 2 or 3 other ski lodges within driving distance, within less than an hour. And I've been to one of them once. I was about 18. That was a few days ago. Always been loyal to this place. Always found it very accommodating. Great facilities, great management, great pricing. Looks like they're building a ski slope out there. Right down the center, the opening, way out by where their pond is, that they use for their snow cannons and their snow guns. It looks like they fill out the ski jump. Now they're quite a bit into the X Games and sports. They have the full terrain park up top that's been featured on Sports Center and everything. So Anyways, let's just enjoy the walk. See you at the bottom.